Hello friends, today I want to talk about blind dating. You know that in China there are many leftover women, but believe me or not, there are also a lot of leftover men. For them and for all the people who don't want to become leftover, the fastest way to find a partner is to go on blind dates. I had some experience of blind dating. I want to share with you my story in this video, and at the same time I will try to answer some questions like what do people do on a blind dating in China? What do people talk about on a blind date? What do we think about blind dating? Are we willing to go on blind dates? Is a blind date really useful? How many people actually find their partner through blind date? I think the easiest question to answer is what are the odds of finding a partner through blind dates? The odds are really low. You may only like one person among 100 people you meet. So if you want to find your partner through blind dates, you really have to be very patient and optimistic. Among all my friends who had experience of blind dating, only a few find partners. I had a colleague who met his wife through blind date. They were introduced to each other by someone else. They started to date and they dated like for almost a year. But actually we didn't expect that they would got married in the end. Yes, they got married. Because when they were dating, they were constantly quarreling with each other. That's interesting. Maybe they think that getting married is the only solution to stop fighting. Almost all of my blind dates were total failure. Let me tell you my story. There are a few kinds of blind dates. The first type is it ended without anything happening. Once, one of my teachers invited me to dinner, and she invited a boy. She told me the boy was single. If we like each other, we can make friends and maybe we become a couple. So I went to dinner and the boy was quite quiet and normal. And in order to show my gratitude to my teacher, I told her that, yeah, okay, we can exchange contact and try to talk to each other. But later, the teacher told me that actually this boy already had someone he liked. It's like someone give you some hope and take it away. Yeah, I understand the teacher is kind, she wants to help me to find a partner, but if she wants to help, at least she has to figure out the personal situation before she introduces. The second type is one-time dating. Once my father introduced a boy to me, I didn't want to refuse my father and break his heart, so I went to a dinner with this boy. The dinner was quite boring. I don't even remember what we were talking about. After the dinner, we went back each other's home, and there's no end. The story just finished. The boy, he's kind of this type of passive person, and he didn't make any signal whether he is interested in this relationship. So after the dinner, we just very quickly forget about each other, and no one was thinking about to contact the other. The third type, once my father introduced a boy to me. Yeah, my father likes to introduce good quality resources to me. He really hoped that I can have a boyfriend who he likes as well. Yeah, this boy was in another city back then, so we didn't meet immediately. We started to contact on internet. We write message to each other and talk. We talk a lot. We talked about a lot of things, and the talking was quite interesting. And it gave me very good impression on this boy. I was even really hoping that this time everything can work. I will finally find a boyfriend. And finally, after a few months of talking, we had a chance to meet. I was quite excited. But the result was not exactly like what I expected. After we meet, I didn't fall in love with him. He was not my type. We didn't have a spark of love between us, and he either. It was a pity. If he was more handsome, more sportive, and more humorous, maybe I will fall in love with him, and maybe I will have a husband. Well, but that is fate. Nothing happened between us. But it's not awkward. After that, we continue to be friends. That was the closest I have ever been to success. Oh, there is another kind of blind dates I have participated. There are some activities organized by the workplace. They invite many single young people to participate in the activity, and all of us go for a short trip somewhere. I think this is a very nice way that young people can meet new people in a relaxed and a natural way. But unfortunately, I didn't meet anybody that I'm interested. Well, there was no really good quality candidate. There are also dating websites in China, but I've never used the website, and none of my friends use website. We think it's not reliable. What do people do on a blind date in China? Usually people just go somewhere, sit together and talk. They can go somewhere to have dinner together and talk, or they just contact on internet and talk. But what do we talk about? Talking is very important. We have to know each other. Yeah, so there are many people actually, they are very practical. They immediately ask questions like, what job do you do? How much money you earn every month? What is your educational background? What is your family situation? What do your parents do? And how do you have properties? What is your marriage plan? And what is the bride price? These questions are very private, and of course it's very important to the people who want to find a partner. But I think asking this question in the first few meetings is like bargaining in a business meeting. It's very awkward. So I prefer to ask questions like, what's your hobby? What books you like to read? Do you like the city you live? What is your experience living in another country? The lighter subject is better. And the subject of money and family, we can talk about them when we get closer and know each other better. But unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to ask anybody about these questions. In general, people have quite complicated attitude, feeling about blind dates. On one hand, they really want to find a partner, so they are willing to try all the possible methods to increase the chance to find a partner. But on the other hand, they are very reluctant to go on blind dates, because blind dates is like the last thing that they want to do to find a partner. If a person is good, perfect, then he will have no problem of finding a partner. So people kind of regard those people who cannot find a partner like second class or left over. Therefore, people will feel ashamed or lose faith. That's why they don't want to go on blind dates. And also, people go on blind dates for the purpose of getting married. It's not romantic. And people will start to doubt whether this relationship is true love or only a business. And usually our parents, our friends introduce us some possible candidates. Somehow we think that they want to interfere with our private life, and we don't like that. Not to mention that the odds of a successful blind date is really low. So people don't want to waste so much time and waste so much energy to frequently go on blind dates. Is blind date really useful? If you ask me, I would say yes, it's useful. Although the chances are very small, but it's worth trying. Who knows? Maybe you are lucky you can find your partner very quickly. Things can happen. And when you participate in blind dates, it makes you think. Make you think what you want in your life and make you think what expectation you have of your future partner. That can help you to make selection among hundreds and thousands of people you meet. Also, it makes you realize that no one is perfect. If one person is 70% good, then he's good enough that you can give him a shot. We cannot be so picky. Now let me give you some tips if you want to go on blind dates to find your partner. The first tip, just treat blind dates as a normal socializing. Don't give yourself too much pressure. In that case, you will be more friendly and more optimistic and be more attractive to other people. That can increase your chance to find a partner. The second tip, I heard that on the internet that many people are dating multiple people at the same time. I think this is a very good strategy. You can check multiple people at the same time and choose the one you really like. You don't have to put all the eggs in one basket. If this one doesn't work, then maybe the other one works. It can save you a lot of time. The third tip, I think the first impression is very important. If at first sight you don't like someone, then most likely you will not like him in the future. In this case, you will not waste time on the person you wouldn't like. Many people complain that it is so hard to find a partner. But I say it is not hard to find a partner. What is difficult is to find a good partner. I suggest you to live with your partner for a period of time before you get married. In that case, you will have a chance to regret if you find your partner is not exactly what you imagined. Finding a partner is only the beginning of a long and challenging journey. It requires a lot of work to create a good relationship and to maintain a good relationship. That is 100 times more difficult than the difficulty of finding a partner. Finding a partner is just nothing, piece of cake. And I think it's worth the effort to make a good relationship with your partner. The result is very rewarding. Life is like a train, fast coming, fast going. Please treasure whoever is in your train. Treat them well. Enjoy your trip together and try to make some good memories. Because after you die, not many people will remember you. This is the end of this video. Please subscribe, give a like, and leave your comments. See you next time. Bye bye.